right, what's up? Welcome to the Gossip Intellectual with me, Royce Wynn, comedian Royce Wynn, where we talk about sports, politics, entertainment. One thing about the world right now, it's super entertainment. It's just non-stop every day, just ming. So happy to be here. Happy to be doing a podcast as usual, man. Other people. I got my pillows in the camera. That's always fun. Things happen, and you look around. You're like, you know what? I'm waking up to talk and run my mouth, and that's a privilege. So I know I always say that, but it's more and more. You see it during the week, and you're just like, you know what? Life ain't so bad. Happy to have life. All right, we'll get into that in a second. So, slept decent. Had a good sleeping week, right? 6 to 8 hours every night. Not bad. Dreams have been weird. Don't remember what I was dreaming about. I know last podcast was Justin Baldani was randomly in my dream. So I don't know. I don't know if dreams are messages. Sometimes I do get clarity at night. Sometimes I'll be like, I think that came from up above. And then recently, I think it was just stuff from my subconscious seeping to the front. At night, that's where it kind of pops up. I don't know, if that stuff is true, if it's real. The emotions are real. So I'm trying to push my emotions down, pull myself away from some of those things. The girls. So still cold in New York, and trying to still get stuff done. Still going for my coffee. Right? That's about all I have energy for. It's like going for my coffee and then the grocery store. And that's it. Anything else? I washed my clothes. I did wash my clothes. I was proud of myself for that. That's it. Just basic necessities. But hopefully I get out more and socialize. Super Bowl this upcoming weekend. So that'll be fun. Be out and about. I don't know. How are you guys? I like being around people, but I like a little bit of space, like a little bit. I don't like being squeezed up. Like New York is crazy. There's so many bars where people are just squeezed up, even like restaurants where people are just up on each other. It's like they can hear your full conversation. Right? I'm already paranoid. I'm just like, I don't want anybody hearing my full conversation with another person. And we're in a time where people are constantly paying attention to what men are saying, men and women, anybody having a conversation. People just always listening, and there's phones and there's all types of recording devices. So I'm just like, I don't understand why people like being up on each other, but whatever. Gonna go to the bar, watch the game, enjoy the game. Scandals popping out before the game. Should I talk about that now? Yeah, we'll talk about that. So Trump is going to the game. He's very excited. I think they have a great young quarterback. So he's going for the red team. What a surprise with Patrick Mahomes. And we know Brittany Mahomes is a Trumper. She loves Trump. And, everybody was shocked by what Travis Kelce had to say, that it's an honor to have Trump come to the game. Now, people are saying Trump said something about Taylor Swift. I'm sure he did, because she came out and endorsed Kamala Harris with a cat that she was holding. And all the girlies on TikTok were imitating her doing her little walk and her cat hold. So, they'll be around each other at the game, and we'll see how that goes. Will Travis Kelce shake his hand, then run onto the field? We'll give him a salute, and we'll Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a fake person. Right? Known fake person. I don't understand, when did Taylor Swift become Tupac? When did she become this real ass person that we all follow and salute? Okay, we're gonna talk about Blake Lively later, but there's just like that whole crew. It's a bunch of fakies, fake Hollywood girls. Okay. So yeah, they act like these girls are running nonprofits sometimes. Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift. I'm like, these are Hollywood girlies. They've been famous since they were like 14 years old. Like, they're not the sweetest, nicest people. So I'm sure that she'll be nice to the president of the United States. Not everybody could be Nia, Bill Burr's wife. Okay, shout out to her and her two fingers. And at the UFC, was it at It was at UFC in their territory. So we'll see how that goes. And then Saquon's wife came out with the racist tweets. Apologized to TikTok. TikTok was getting mad at me because I didn't call it racist. It was racist. I didn't have the full context. I thought she was just like saying songs, saying it, but yeah, she knew what she was doing, and it was definitely making fun of the blacks, as RFK Jr. would say. So, black women are like, it's not our business if that's who he wants. They said he went to UPenn. So Saquon smart. Shout out to him. But people are just like, she's raising daughters. The people that have probably exposed the tweets are like, she's raising daughters and she's saying this about the kids. It's like, well, you put those tweets out there. But yeah, distracting the running back that we need to beat the Chiefs. They must go down. They've won enough. Okay? Love Andy Reid, but you've won enough. Okay? Give it to Jalen Hurts. Okay? All black management team. Black wife. Right? He just talks like a black actor from the 90s. Picks whichever one. The dude from Soul Food that got Nia Long's husband a job. I can't think of his name. I apologize. And then I can't think of any of their names. The light-skinned legends from the 90s. But the dude from New Jack City, Wesley Snipes' brother. He's wearing Kangol. He's dressing like them. I don't know if that's just him or if he's saluting them. Okay, but they need to be at the game. There needs to be a light-skinned suite for 90s light-skinned dudes. Boris Kojo. Who else was killing it? Light-skinned 90s. I'll be sure. Just a light-skinned 90s section. Give Jalen Hurts his power. Right? Just feel more light-skinned in his arm. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. All right. So I'm going for the Eagles. All right. Hopefully they come out to Meek Mill or something. Keep it black. Okay. Watch the last game. And it was so close. They were so close before. So if Saquon, hopefully he's angry about this. Okay. Racism comes from anger, creates anger, builds more anger. Run hard, Saquon. Run away from your problems. Run away from your wife. Pull a Jonathan Majors. That's what we need from Saquon Barkley. A Jonathan Majors running touchdown. Jalen, this is your time. Okay? All the hard work that all these 90s light-skinned actors put in for you to thrive now. Okay? You need to come back. Because Kendrick Lamar killed y'all, which we'll also talk about later. And dark skin is in. They're calling Kendrick Lamar cute now. Okay? So you need to do it for your country, your countrymen. All right. All right, let's get into this show. This is Gossip Intellectual. Also, real quick, shout out to DeAndre Hopkins, who everybody loved his response. People didn't like Travis Kelce's response, didn't like Patrick Mahomes' response. Well, they kind of like Jalen Hurts' response too, but DeAndre kept it real. He was like, he's the president. What do you want me to say? So, yeah. Respect, but not respect at the same time. So shout out to him. Okay. I think I'm gonna start out with a rest in peace to Irv Gotti, the legend, the great Irv Gotti. What a life, man. Thinking about him for the past 2 days. Passed away 54 years old, very young, but did so much with his life. Just came from Queens, took everything he learned in Queens, and just built a magnificent life. Inspired the world. Guys like me that didn't even come from that type of background. A clip came out of him helping Nicki Minaj get her deal done so she didn't end up in a 360. And when people didn't really believe in her, he was the guy really pushing for her. Behind the scenes, man, annoyed me when they first came out. He was always on the radio pushing Ashanti, and it was like, who is this guy? Shut up. It's so arrogant and cocky. But definitely the reason for cultivating that Ashanti sound, and we all love Ashanti to this day, despite their differences. And I was happy I didn't see anybody really bring up the Ashanti thing. He did have that weird interview on Drink Champs where he was just being a guy, just toxic masculinity. And he caught backlash for that. It was a little corny. But I was just thinking, I was like, as a guy, we've all been there. We've all had that girl that we just, as a guy, it's always hard to think about your girl or a girl that you were with being with somebody else. Like, we're always like, you're ours forever. Right. But nothing illegal, nothing, heinous, and then whatever business wise happened. But, overall, good guy. Watched this reality show, and I just remember him getting in an argument with his wife, and then her pulled the Trump card out. Who had your kids? And then he was just like, you know what, you did have my kids. So, but yeah, man, Murder Inc. I mean, if you're a hip hop fan, you know that name, Ja Rule. Tons of hits. Also, there's clips of him making a "Can I Live" beat on Reasonable Doubt. Jay-Z's first album. So it was just a part of that classic album and that classic time in hip hop. Saved Def Jam. Brought in DMX. People didn't think DMX was going to be a thing. He saw the DMX vision. And then the thing that inspired me the most was just how the feds came for him for his relationship with Supreme, and just stayed strong. All he had to say was, I don't know that guy. I'm not involved with that guy, which a lot of people do. You saw how Jay-Z did he? But he didn't. He was like, that's my friend, and went completely broke. They, the feds, they're gonna make you go broke when they want you to talk and admit stuff. And rebounded from that, created Tales or something like that on BET, smash hit. I mean, just imagine that you build this record label, you lose your star singer, you go broke because of your past relationships, and that's a tough situation. This guy might have been there for you at your roughest times, and so you can't turn your back on him. And so you lose everything by being loyal, and then you come back again and create something, How many people would have walked away? 95% of people would have said, it's over, it's done, I had my run. And then also, I think he sold his catalog. It was reported for like $300 million. That was crazy. And then you saw him doing those interview runs, and he didn't look okay. And then, unfortunately, passed away. And said he had diabetes, so didn't go to the doctor. Right. How many black men? Like 80% of black men. I was trying to write a joke of like every black person has an uncle or dad that just didn't have to die, but they just didn't want to go to the doctor. It's just, I don't know, something about black men and doctors. All right, I got the health dad. He's like, go to the doctor if you sneeze. But Um, yeah, so I don't know what the situation was. The family is not like Alice and Holker. They've been quiet about everything. But a life well lived, man. Touched millions of people. Like I said, just a huge inspiration to me to just, there's always a way out. There's always a creative thing you can do. So that's what I got from him. And just super inspired by how he just always kept coming back with something, man. He just always had something in the chamber. So, you know, made the name Irv cool. How do you make the name Irv cool? Just put Gotti on it and make classic hip hop beats. You got a cool name, Irv. So shout out to Irv Gotti. Life well lived, man. Well done. Well done. As life is, you lose some great ones, and then the annoying ones are still scorching the earth with their actions and their energy and their personality. You ever think about that? Like, I was thinking about that last night. I was just like, you know what? I was like, I'm kind of cool, right? Kind of cool. Got a little cool to me, right? Therapist, because my therapist told me. She was like, you are cool. And I was like, you know what? I am kind of cool. And thought about it. How did I become cool? From bullying. Okay? From where I'm from. I was just, it was just a certain level of, I don't know what you want to call it. I hate using the word swag, but just a certain level of, I don't know, coolness that you had to learn how to carry yourself with if you wanted to be accepted. Okay? And I'm just always mind blown by the people that just go through life being the same way, just being annoying their whole life. You don't want to temper it down a little bit. You don't want to change the way you dress a little bit, the way you talk, the way you act, just a little bit. Curve it a little bit. No, they lean into annoying. They become more annoying as they get older. I'm talking about Elon Musk, right? All right, so this is a huge story, but if you haven't heard, he's tried to gain access to the Treasury Department, which has all the financial information of like every American, and people are just like, he is not a government official. He did not go through Congress. He's a private citizen, okay, just somehow working close to the White House with his little racist goons. And now reports are the reason he wants this access is because he wants to gut the Medicaid money and give it to all his billionaire friends and give his billionaire friends tax breaks, okay, before I guess the tax break law goes into play or goes out of play. Okay, shut off USAID payments, okay, USAID, all right, these are people that help the world do real work, okay, get people fed, housed, all that stuff, okay, people that have chosen a life that I would never choose, right? Sometimes I'm like, I'm a good person, and then I see people like that, I'm like, they're the real good people, okay, that take care of people no matter how they look, no matter what the environment is. They're there to make people's lives genuinely better, okay? I was like, I can make you laugh. That's about it. I can entertain you, all right? I can bring my personality. Am I going to go in the trenches? I'll go for a weekend, right? I'll come out for a day or two. I'm that guy, right? Thanksgiving, major tragedy, I'm there, right? Dedicate my life to it? I can't do it. I can't do it. I like brunch too much. So gutted that agency, and for what reason, right? He'll sell it to the public as, hey, we're wasting money on this stuff. This could be used for better things, and the better thing is just money to my billionaire friends. More money. To do what? What are you going to do with it? Okay? At least Bill Gates is like building toilets in Africa or something, right? Despite his relationships and the reason he got divorced. Bill Gates is out here on a run right now. He's like, all you other billionaires are super weird, okay? I'm a little weird. Y'all are super weird. right now. So Bill Gates is calling him out. And so then his employee, big news other day, had racist tweets, all right, saying take the Indians out of Silicon Valley, something like that. Anti-eugenics, which is basically just, Nazi way of thinking, all right? Keep everybody looking the same. We're the best type of people. This kid was 25 years old. Where do you learn that? Where do you learn how to be that freaking racist at 25 years old? That hateful. Wow. All right. So it just shines a light on the type of people, type of environment he's bringing in. Okay. Is it a coincidence that that guy works for Elon Musk, who's out here doing salutes? Okay. No. All right. We're far from the tan suit in the Oval Office, people. All right. We got guys trying to steal money, okay, to give to the billionaire friends. Lawsuit pending, by the way, has been temporarily blocked for privacy issues. All right. By the way, everybody was in an uproar about TikTok taking our private information, like they really care about the average American. And now you got a guy looking into finances of every single person in the country. Okay. So the dude is just out there. He's trying to be gangster. I guess, I don't know. Just Elon Musk and gangster just doesn't sit right to me when I look at how he wears his t-shirts. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. And the guy, it was like a top guy in the Treasury Department resigned. It was like, there's no way you should be coming in here and doing this. So they're protesting outside of the building, which, I mean, it's honorable, but at the same time, Democrats, do something more than stand outside. Okay? We could do that. Okay? I could do that. All right? I might not take a flight, but I'll take a bus there and I'll stand outside. All right? Block these people in law, in court. Be a congressman. All right? Just the optics of the Democrats standing outside. What is that? Okay? When you ride by the club and you see the people standing outside, you're like, those are the losers. That's what the Democrats look like. The losers standing outside the club. Do more than that. All right? Chuck Schumer. So that's it, man. Elon Musk, I saw something where I think he might be on the front of time. They said his popularity is dwindling and Trump's popularity is skyrocketing. So that just goes back to our original statement that Elon Musk is annoying. People find Trump cool. Elon Musk is just an annoying ass billionaire doing mess up stuff. The Tesla stock has dropped because he's supporting that right wing group in Germany, ATF or something like that, because he's just trying to get all the red tape pushed back so he can just make more money. And what are you going to do with the money, Elon? What are you going to do with the money? Try to turn the whole country into just racist Nazis. So we weren't even thinking about that. We were like, we don't want Trump in office because it's going to be wild. Then just added on to it is Elon Musk. Just out here going buck wild. So I don't know. I know the bad press hurts his feelings. Okay, he's gonna have those Snoop eyes like when Snoop did that video after DJing at the magazine. I don't give a fuck. So we'll see how Elon Musk deals with this. But it's becoming pretty evident. All right, your dad can't save you with his dumb laugh in interviews. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're just, I know I say this word all the time, but this is really egregious. you're going into the Treasury Department to take money from hardworking Americans and to use it on yourself. And then they said they have tax breaks for the middle class, and it's like, we're not going to tax tips. That's your tax break. What? Fuck a tip. I will tip. Well, not me, but the regular hardworking American. Anyway, so that's Elon Musk. All right, what we got next? All right, fun stuff. Since we're talking about foreign lands and people, let's talk about this lady from Pakistan. And Onija Robinson, this lady is from New York City, and she went over to Pakistan because apparently she met this dude online. They were supposed to get married, 19 years old. She looks like she's at least in her 30s. She's pregnant over there, and she's just talking to the Pakistani people like a politician, like she's about to take it over. She's like, I need 100K, and we're going to rebuild this land, okay? We're going to rebuild this land. Nobody will talk to me unless I get my money, all right? So she's just bossing around these Pakistanis, and they're placating her. I mean, you would have thought she looked like she was doing a press conference like an athlete. They had so many microphones in her face. And she's like, I don't want to talk to you right now. No, get out of my face. Mind your business. Mind your business. Okay? But, Black Americans are loving this story because it's like, wow, they're treating her so nice. We've been talking about immigrants, and it's just like, man, if it was the other way around, because she's pregnant, so they respect life, I think, more over there. They, she has a child. They probably, just have more of a spiritual, I guess, respect for it. Just the fact that she's over there, she's vulnerable, she's pregnant. And I think even one of the politicians was just like, if he said he was going to marry her, he should marry her. There's no way she should be out there, and he promised her things, and she's not. And then she's like, I'm not going home. I'm here now. I am Pakistani. Okay? I'm going to have my baby here, and I'm going to rebuild this land, and you're going to give me 100K. Right? Now, part of me is just like, a woman not taking accountability from the bad decisions she made, and all of a sudden, it's the country's fault. Right? Now the country got to give her money because she decided to fly over there pregnant for a 19-year-old man. But whatever. She's beloved. So she's like Nicki Minaj if she was bipolar. Okay. Now the way she talks, I see this lady every day on the train. Okay. I am here on the train. I need money for my baby and my family. That's how she talks, but instead it's like, I need 100K now, okay? But the confidence, the brashness, the fact that she went over to another country and has people supporting her is wild, and she's huge on TikTok. I'm surprised no major news outlets have picked up the story. I would like to see some of my favorite female comedians do an impression of her. Countess Vaughn from the Parkers did an impression that went pretty viral, and some other TikToks are doing her. So, but then they saw her counting money, so I'm like, they gave her the money. It's not easy to get money. This is the year of the scammers. I'm telling you. But then I was like, okay, I don't know how she got that money. But she's out there making videos. She's getting escorted. She's like, no, you talk for me. This is my friend, Shahana. Tell them. So she's out there living life. And now she's making videos, doing dances. Okay. So I hope she gets paid. Just for the fact that she stepped in and said, This is me. This is what I'm going to do. This is how it's going to go. Okay. So many of us are just afraid and tepid to do what we want to do in life. And Onija is over there running Pakistan. Right. So they're just like, when are you going home? When are you going to go home? She was like, I'm here now. I am a Pakistani. Okay, you asking too many questions, right? She was in a hotel. Like, this is the lady. She owns a hotel. Talk to him. The lady was like, I don't own this hotel. I don't. I'm just here, just in case you do something crazy. What was the other funny thing? She shook somebody's hand. She was eating McDonald's. Shook somebody's hand. McDonald's probably healthier over there too. They probably have healthier oils and stuff. But she shook somebody's hand and then she started eating with her other hand. They were like, "Oh, she's not crazy." She switched hands on them, right? Also, a pet peeve in my mind. Don't shake my hand while I'm trying to eat. Don't touch my hands. I don't like my hands being touched before I eat. I don't like touching anything before I eat. But yeah, shout out to her, Onija Robinson. I think she was like, my name is Onija Muhammad. So they walking her like she's in prom. They're walking her hands. She's like, I am doing very well, thank you. I'm doing much better. So just hilarious, man. But oh, did I say this? Yeah, if it was the other way around, and an immigrant came to the United States and they were pregnant and they came here to marry somebody they met online, that person would either probably be in some camp or jail or somewhere, right? Or be put on a plane in handcuffs. And it's just like, look at the difference. Hey, this person went to Pakistan pregnant, and due to her circumstances, they might understand that she's not the most mentally healthy, and they try to preserve her, make sure she's doing okay. Meanwhile, over here, the land of the free, right? If that happened, that person would be treated like trash. So, difference in worldviews there. All right. It's important, man. Just how you see the world perspective, it can make or break you. Okay? We talked about Irv Gotti earlier. And you're seeing our country, just the perspective that there's not enough. You can only help the people at the top. And it's breaking us. Okay? At this point, people are a little fearful not to be too down, but it is creating enemies. All right. Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about that. So Gaza, Trump is saying ridiculous things, telling these people to leave their land and find another place to live. You can't just move people off their land and their beginnings of their people. People's great grandparents, grandfathers, families have been built there. It's a land that they cherish. There's a culture built there. You can't just tell them to start over. He's trying to gentrify Gaza. The Riviera of Gaza, that's what it'll be called. Just very disrespectful. And not Netanyahu is playing the hell out of Trump. It's brilliant. I mean, this guy he's helping us so much. I've never thought of anybody that would support us like Trump is supporting us. It's sick to watch. All right. Hegseth is not going to do anything but what Trump says. He's just a body there to do what Trump wants to do. Can't believe he made Secretary of Defense. Mark Kelly was pissed. Other people that actually have experience in government are pissed, and it's just like, you can't just do that. And a lady was saying that's going to create anger and enemies. Okay, it's dangerous for everybody to do something like that. All right. We just got to be a little realistic. I don't want to be too angry, but that type of stuff creates 9/11s. Okay. So the U.S. occupying people's land is not a way to go about things. Okay, this is real life, Trump. You can't bully people out of their country, man. So that's a horrible solution. and he said it out loud, right? You know, when you're having a meeting, it's like, does anybody have anything to say? That's the thing that you don't say. Does anybody have any ideas? That's the idea where you're just like, you know what? I had this, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to save that for later. So, yeah, Gaza's a mess, and it's getting worse. And it's kind of like, you know, Toure checked a lot of us who were just like, those people in Dearborn, Michigan, who didn't want to vote for Kamala because of Gaza, but I'm just like, look what we got. You got somebody who has no sensitivity to the situation at all. It's not making any sense. But that's why you have a vote. All right, if you don't want to support somebody who you think is not going to handle something that's dear to you, well, I guess you don't have to vote for them, and you can't be too mad at those people. Some people are just like, no, I can't choose the lesser of the two evils. It's too close to my heart, and I know what people have really been through and going through over there. But I don't know, man. I'm just like, this was a time where we had a chance to choose between disaster and keeping things steady. And I feel like we should have gone for the person that's going to keep things steady. So, I don't know. I've said it a million times. I don't know how everybody has amnesia from the last time this guy was president. It blows my mind. All right. And you got the Venezuelan people getting pissed because he lied to them. Surprise! Trump! He said he's going to send us back home now. He said he wouldn't do that. That's what happens when you shake hands with the devil, baby. All right. So, all right, guys, it's a mess. All right, let's have some fun. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar. Okay, so we're talking about perspective and how you see the world. And that's why Kendrick Lamar won the rap beef. Gave a great interview, I think, for Apple Music for the Super Bowl. Man, we haven't heard from Kendrick in a long time. He doesn't do many interviews. All right, people are posting interviews from like 5-6 years ago just to get a feel from him, just to see how he thinks, what is going on with him. The most private citizen in the world. I don't even think that Elon Musk could get to Kendrick Lamar, dog. So they talked about, his mindset behind GNX, how he's taken in this whole year. Kendrick Lamar had a hell of a year. Okay, one of the most talked about people in the country this year. The infamous rap battle with Drake picked Drake apart. Every little piece and crevice of it. Drake not handling it well. I don't know. He's wearing weird outfits. The outfits are getting weirder. Okay. Now he's starting to dress like Jaden Smith. All right. He had a weird hat on with an arrow pointed to his D. Something like, let me see it. Something like that. With some weird blue shoes on. It's just like, you know what? I'm done with Drake. I just wish he would just do well. The Smokey thing was kind of funny. It was a little dramatic, but it wasn't that bad. But at this point, just be stoic for a second. Just don't have anything to say. He can't do it. He can't not be melodramatic. He has to say something dramatic. So, he just makes it worse. Anyway, so back to Kendrick Lamar. Talked about the 5 Grammys that he won, and he just, thought it was a big win for hip hop. He was like, I really want people to know that this is a real genre of music. This is a real skill, and he felt like it was getting put on the back burner. He was right. Vibe rapping is huge. A lot of people in it for a check. And only a few do it well. Future does it well. Metro Boomin and Future do it well. I felt like they should have got Rap Album of the Year over Doechii. I do. But yeah, I guess other people at the Grammys feel that too because Doechii is like hip hop, like lyrics, storytelling, um, emotions, sound, creativity, live performances are insane. Shout out to T.E. between SZA, Kendrick Lamar, and Doechii. I mean, it's just real artists, real performers, real creatives. Uh, and inspire the creativity in me. Like when I watch a Kendrick Lamar interview, it's like, that's what I got into it for. Right? Um, yeah, I have the most fun doing stand up. That's when I don't know. Live performances make me feel alive. I get the most validation from TikTok, and sometimes I feel a little empty inside. But um, that's the business. Sometimes your skill set is used to make blah stuff. um, but yeah, so it's just refreshing to hear him talk about, Not Like Us and how many different elements of the song, whether you love the authenticity of it, whether you love the comedy of it. By the way, didn't know Kendrick Lamar was this hilarious till this year. I mean, every time I listen to the songs, I laugh. Right? Just that's funny. Euphoria, Not Like Us, funniest songs. Um, so yeah, just broke down what he wanted you to feel and how honest he is when he goes in the booth. It's just a feeling, a vibe that he lets out in the moment at that time. I can relate to that. I try to write sometimes when I'm feeling something the hardest because that's when those stream of emotions and everything is just swirling around in your brain. So yeah, you saying if I'm feeling frustrated, you feel it. If I'm feeling angry, you feel it. If I'm in a good mood, I'm vibing, you feel it. If I'm trying to be funny, you feel it. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to keep the spirit of hip hop alive, and that was kind of like the prosecution. How he picked apart Drake is just like you've lost your touch, dog. You're not in touch with hip hop anymore. It's just about music, fame, attention for you, and Drake cannot prove him wrong. Okay, Drake went too far right, too commercial. The world feels it. The fans feel it. You feel it yourself, even if you want to go against it. He said he wanted to tell his story at the beginning of his career, and now he's back to just rapping, just rapping. That's what I like. I just like the art of hip hop. If you know me, there's two things I like: art, comedy, and girls. Three things I like. I love when a girl puts on a nice outfit. I love looking at girls on social media. Guess we all do. By the way, just the level of beauty is too high. I just think it's so funny that girls complain about unrealistic beauty standards, but y'all show up looking ridiculous like every day. It's just like, of course, fat bald-headed men are gonna call who they called mid the other day, and I forgot she's gorgeous. Anyway, it'll be like some gorgeous celebrity that that gets caught with a bikini shot. They'll be like, she's mid. It's like, dog, if you saw her on the street, you would definitely want to holler or try to holler. But everybody's just gorgeous now. Like all the media girlies are just ridiculous. And media girlies used to be like wrinkly white women. Now it's just baddies all the time. But shout out to them, man. Especially the people that work in the morning. Like, how do you look super cute in the morning? But what was I talking about? Oh, the things I like. I like what Royce like. I was just saying I love real hip hop. I'm an 80s baby. So came up on lyrics and hardcore beats, and he was saying he still listens to battle rap and he just loves the grittiness and just that's what he brought. Obviously, we all heard it. Squabble Up, Reincarnated. So just wanted to put hip hop back at the forefront And I think that's the reason for his success. That's what he really cared about. It wasn't about necessarily being number one. That was a byproduct of his dedication to the craft and to what he grew up on and what he grew up around. This guy is born and bred to be a hip hop star. He said like DJ Clue's like his cousins. Um, he just grew up in it, around it. He's from Compton, around Compton. Um, saluted Nipsey Hussle. He's just been around it his whole life. Talked about, coming up with his crew and, how at first it was just, how you start out, just the hardest, trying to come up with the hardest lines, the most creative lines, and then going and splitting, a $10 sandwich. And, just remind me of my open mic days is just, getting dollar pizzas and just, writing, going to another mic, watching shows, and just, trying to make my pen as strong as possible. So that was dope, man. And what was the thing? Just the origins, how he was excited to perform in New Orleans, and how like, he was like, I'm black. I can't help that I'm black. Like, I'm not trying to be black. I'm black. And he was like all my friends, people I grew up with, grandparents are from Texas or Louisiana. And, I think anywhere you go in the United States with black people, it's just, there's a Southern culture there. He was saying when we say we're going to the store, I'm finna go to the store. And yeah, it's just, those cultural things are everywhere, right? There's catfish in every black neighborhood. It's a catfish, is a fish spot in every black neighborhood, right? Jerk chicken in every black neighborhood. That's Caribbean. But he was like, these are my roots. This is my soul. The guy works from his soul, does it from his soul. And he's just excited to be a CEO. And I was thinking about that. I was like, those are the guys that should be CEOs. That care about the art. I mean, we've been watching these NBA trades, and it's just like these billionaires that don't care about the game. They care about how much money they have to spend. And it's the same thing in music. Sometimes it's not about, putting up something out there beautiful for the world. It's about how much money am I going to spend, how much money am I going to get back. And it's good to have somebody like that have your back. So any artist that is lucky to sign to TDE, cherish it, because those guys really care about the art over there, and you don't see that too often. And yeah, I kind of feel like he's taking the torch. Like, everybody talks about what Tupac would have been, like if he would have been like a great director or just like a great actor. And I think Kendrick is going to be that. He's a little shy. The audience was so quiet when he was talking, but I think that's just the respect that he holds. People are just like, what is he going to say next? And he just doesn't have that vibe. He's not a rah-rah type of soundbite, get a quote type of guy. So, yeah, I think he's just going to be around kind of like a Quincy Jones, man. Just have his hand in pieces everywhere. And it was just fun to see in the world of grifting. Just happy to have him out here. Everybody's grifting these days. It's just, how can I get on a podcast mic? How can I get a government position and say the craziest thing that's going to make me money? There's that guy that's always on the Abby Phillips show, and it's just like, how do you sleep at night? And I just remember Van Lathan saying, like, in these rooms, they're really friends until they go on TV, which is wild. I remember a family friend was saying, like, she was arguing with a guy, and afterwards he was just like, that was good TV, right? It's just like, do you even care at all? It's just about getting a check. So people see that, and they see these people making money, and they do it. You got these Candace Owens out here who now is a influencer talking about Hollywood, but the girl is obviously intelligent and, can make that switch, but they don't care about being respected. I think deep-seated behind all these people, something happened where the Twitch went off. And they were just like, I'm going to sell my soul. I don't care. I don't think it was all about money. I think it's something in the soul. Bill O'Reilly, just all these people that are angry or hurt. Either or. Oprah's right. Either you want to be heard or you want to be seen or something. And when that doesn't happen, comes out in a weird way. But yeah, our government is a joke, man. And there's a lot of people in public office supposed to be supporting people that are there just to be seen. All right? It's different if you just want to be an influencer. Okay? But just be honest about it, right? Like, I'm like, I don't really know what I'm talking about. I kind of know what I'm talking about. I just have a lot of common sense. And I read a couple books and that's it. But I'm not going to pretend like I should be a thought leader. All right? I'll give my opinion. But yeah, they are talented though. Some of them, well, not all of them. Some of them was just Marjorie Taylor Greene should be working at a grocery store. somehow she was bold enough to get in that position. Audacity. But yeah, with these phones and with algorithms and easy fame, we're in the world of the fake, the grifters, the Jake Pauls, the quick risers, and people feel like they don't do the work, and sometimes they don't have to do the work. And I don't know. It's like, where is journalism gonna go? Where is comedy gonna go? Where is hip hop gonna go? If everybody's just gonna get in front of the camera and half-ass it. Where's politics gonna go? Right? We have an influencer president that somebody said, like, he really doesn't want to be president. He wants to party at Mar-a-Lago. Like, he wants to, like, golf and, like, do the cool stuff. He really doesn't want to be a president. He really just wants to be famous and powerful. So, just, I don't know. We're in a weird time, man. But when people do push through, the Doechis, the Kendrick Lamars, it's refreshing. So, I don't know. If you're thinking about whatever you want to do with it, do the work. Hard work always pays off, in some form or fashion. And hopefully you want to be great and not be rich and famous. Rich and famous helps, though. It is nice. But hopefully you get there through hard work and it just happened, and not the other way around, where you just want to be rich and famous first and be good in your craft second. All right, that's it. That's it for today. Don't be a grifter. Be a lifter. Lift other people up. Thanks so much for listening. This is the Gossip Intellectual with Royce Wynn. Have a great day, man. Have a great week. Have fun at the Super Bowl. Drink some tequila. No Don Julio. All right, bye.